Hello and welcome. This is Justin with JAC Technology, and in this video here, I'd like to share with you how we can create our own elementary OS USB bootable media drive. And from here, I'm just going to open up my notepad. We're going to need three things: elementary OS ISO file, Rufus media creation tool, and a blank USB drive. All right, so we'll go ahead and kick it off in the next video clip. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. We're going to open up the web browser. I'm just going to use Firefox. You're more than welcome to use whichever you prefer. Firefox, Chrome, Brave, Zen, makes no difference. And we're going to type in elementary OS, hit enter. And right here, we're looking for elementary.io. We're going to select this here. And this is the home page for elementary OS. And we can scroll through here and we can see right now it is elementary OS 8.1. So if we scroll back up, this is a pay what you can kind of service. However, if you do not have the money at this current time, that's okay too. I'll show you how to do this without actually donating or paying. So you can either donate with the preset values here, 10, 20, 30, or set your custom. We can do 0 for now if you do not have it. I do encourage to donate if you can to open source projects. And then from here, once we set 0, we can do download elementary OS. And we can select for the ARM 64-bit or Intel or AMD 64-bit. My device I'm using is Intel 64-bit. So we're going to select download. And right here, we have elementary OS 8.1 currently downloading. So let's close this. And we're going to open a new tab. And from here, I'm going to paste in elementary.io /docs/installation. And this will give us a quick overview for system requirements, or at least recommended specifications. And right here, we see recent Intel Core i3 or comparable dual core 64-bit processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM memory, a solid state drive with at least 32 gigabytes of free space, internet access, built-in or wired mouse / touchpad and keyboard, and a 1024 by 768 minimum resolution display. Okay, so we can go ahead and close this out, and we'll check on our download here. So we're still moving through that. We have a total download of 3.1 gigabytes. We're at about halfway point. So the next item we need to do is locate Rufus media creation tool. I'm sure you could just type in Rufus media or Rufus tool and you'd probably still get the same thing, but it's rufus.ie. Select this here. And this is the Rufus homepage. We can see a quick snapshot of the Rufus tool. Scroll down here and we have our download options. We have 4 different options here. So this first one is for a standard installation for a Windows 64-bit system. If you want to build a portable USB with a 64-bit system as well, you can do so with the second option. Third option is going to be for a Windows 32-bit system, also standard installation. And last but not least is for the Windows ARM 64 architecture, also standard installation. So my device is a Windows 64-bit system. I'm going to select this option here, first one. And boom, it's already downloaded. So Rufus 4.14.exe, and of course our ISO file is complete. So those are the 2 tools that we need to download, or files, I should say, that we need to download, and then we'll kick it off in the next one, building out our USB tool. Okay, in this video part here, let's go ahead and open up our File Explorer, and we're going to select Downloads. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller here. Drag this over to the edge. I'm going to select Rufus 4.14 and then just drag and drop that onto the desktop here. Let's move it up just a bit. And then we're going to minimize this. And next, we're going to need a blank USB drive. We're going to go ahead and connect that to our system now. There we go. We are connected. And just to make certain here, we have new volume, drive E, no data, no files inside. So let's go ahead and close this. And we can even close this one here. Now we need to open Rufus 4.14. Double click that. do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? We're going to select yes. And from here, we're going to go ahead and set these fields. So our device target is new volume drive E. I only have one USB drive connected to my device currently, so make certain that if you have multiples, make certain you have the correct device target selected. Under boot selection, we're going to leave disk or ISO image. Then we're going to go to the drop down for select. We're going to select Elementary OS 8.1 ISO, hit open. And for partition scheme, if you're working with a legacy device or unknown, I would stick with MBR, which will leave your target system at BIOS or UEFI. If you're working with a modern system, which I know that I am, I'm going to flip this to GPT, which will change my target system to UEFI, non-CSM. And for volume label, I'm okay with the default of Elementary OS. File system, default for FAT32. And cluster size for 16 kilobytes. And from here, we can select Start. This is asking, or at least informing us, that we can build an ISO image or a disk image. We're recommended for ISO, so we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And last warning, more or less, to let us know that all data on this device will be deleted in the efforts to create this bootable media drive. Hit OK. Awesome. Here we go. We can see it's now creating our bootable media drive. And I'll come back towards the end and I'll show you how we complete this process. Okay, here we are. We're at about 98%, almost 99%. Let that finish up there. Awesome, that's complete. So what we can do now is select close, and then we can come into our file explorer. Let's go full screen here. And we have our drive, Elementary, right here. I'm going to right click, select eject, and now we can safely remove the USB. And we now have our bootable media drive. That's it.